Henio and the very shitty fuck-ass museum. Henio is speeding down the M69 to go to the very gay and low-security museum. He is going to meet up with his best friends. Henio has caused 37 crashes that week alone. And it was only a Tuesday. He was listening to Mr. Ballsack FM. Suddenly a driver overtook Henio. So he rammed the driver. The driver's car swerved into a lorry that was carrying oil. The car then exploded, all while Henio watched from his rear-view mirror. Henio arrived and he saw all his friends waiting for him. There was Raina Cartflight, who he had known since he was 3. Fred from Scooby-Doo, who invented the word twat. Patricia Pig, his very swag friend John Arbuckle, and his other friend that never spoke a word, Winnie the Fecal Matter. They were all really excited since the museum had a 2.7-star review, the highest review of anything in the area. Raina told everyone to hurry the fuck up, as their ticket only lasted for 16 minutes. The reason the time was so short is because the museum owner is a greedy bastard. They first went to have a look at the Jurassic Room. It had dinosaur bones and large-scale replicas of dinosaurs. "Oh no," cried Fred, "this room has been vandalized." Henio explained that the museum didn't have the budget for security in all the rooms, so a lot of them had vandalism. "Look at that knob," said John. Raina saw a phone number on the dinosaur and decided to call it. She didn't expect an answer. 7 days. Replies the voice on the phone. 7 days until the whole world is shit. Raina hung up the blithering idiot after that. Next, Henio showed his friends the old cave drawings from millions of years ago. "That looks like dog shit," said Patricia. "A blind 2-year-old could do better than that," added Winnie the Fecal Matter. Henio then paused and then said, "Shut the fuck up, you silly cunts. I paid 70 quid for you all to come here. Be fucking grateful for once instead of complaining like bitchy 12-year-olds. The two guys looked stunned. The gang then decided to go and have a look at all the old artwork. "Look at that painted penis from 1789, said Henio. Fred was looking at the drawing of the poo done in 1543. There were so many other old paintings in the room, such as one of a flower, a face, and a crudely drawn bishop. But suddenly they heard screams coming from the other room. "Everyone stand fucking still and we won't shoot," said a voice from the other room. Raina and Henio decided to go and check out what was going on. They ran into the jewel room. They saw the notorious criminals, Bunny and Claude, taking off with the blue diamond. "We can buy a 90-inch TV and loads of crisps," suggests Bunny. "That's shit. I wanted to hide it on an island and bury it." Suddenly Henio and Raina ran in. "Stop right there, fucktards," yelled Raina. "You're too late," said Claude, and escaped through a hole in the roof with his grappling hook. Raina picked up Henio and flew after them. "Someone fucking untie us," said Hermes, who was the owner of the museum. "Noise," replied Michael Rosen. Bunny and Claude decided to escape on the 4 p.m. train to Blackpool, but they didn't notice Henio and Raina flying behind them. Tony and his mates, the tank engine, didn't even notice what was going on. "Do not move a fucking muscle," said Raina. This scared the two robbers. Claude then pulled out his pistol. "I think you're the ones who ought to not move a muscle, since I have a very pretty gun. And it's not a lady's gun, it's a proper gun." Henio wasn't standing for Claude's bullshit. He pulled out his gun. "I use this every time I buy an energy drink from the corner shop," said Henio. "Oh my god, why is there a fucking duel going on now?" Meanwhile in the carriage, nobody had a single clue what was going on right above their heads. The waiter woman came down the aisle with the trolley, and she spotted Beavis and Butthead. "Anything off the trolley, dear?" she asked. Beavis and Butthead then started laughing. "I would be so happy if I were to have that delicious bird seed," said Peter Griffin. Henio tried to shoot Claude, but his gun was empty. "For fuck's sake, I forgot to load it this morning," he said. Henio bravely tried to grab the diamond from Claude's paw. Claude then shot Henio. "No," screamed Raina. "You just shot my best friend I've had since childhood." Raina was about to cry now. "Who the fuck will I ask for money when I haven't got any now?" Bunny and Claude backed up trying to look for a place to hide. Suddenly Henio's body twitched. Henio rose up and said, "You thought you could fucking kill me. I can regenerate my skin. I'm the last of the Time Lords. And you have made me pissed. I have Super Saiyan powers and now I shall kick your fucking ass." Suddenly he lost his powers. "Shit, I spoke for too long, didn't I?" Raina smacked her face and said, "You absolute blithering idiot. You two can piss right off because we're not handing over this diamond." Raina and Henio stepped closer. Bunny tried to shoot, but the gun was empty. You dumb sped, Claude, you used the last bullet. Henio started laughing, but then all four of them heard a gun-starting sound from behind them. They all put their hands in the air. Feathers McGraw then rounded them all up and tied them up. He then seized the blue diamond from Claude's hand and took off with it. Postman Pat's helicopter swooped down and then pulled down a rope, and Feathers took off in it. The four were left tied together. You know, Rainer, if you hadn't been a nosy little twat, we would all be having our tea right now. When Feathers got home, he took the diamond into his treasure room and put it on the center table. He got a boner because of how much effort he had gone to get it. He had gone through a toy train chase, a boat chase, and now a real train chase just to get the blue diamond. It had taken him 24 years to get it, but he finally had what he had wanted since the day he was born. The train stopped in Blackpool. Rainer's uncle lived there, so she walked to his house to stay the night. But Henio had to get home, and his home was all the way in Sheffield. So he had to get a taxi from Blackpool to Sheffield. The taxi driver chatted shit all through the journey. Did you know I can fit 14 eggs up my bum? He said. Henio tried talking about other things, but the driver kept going about all the food products he could fit up his bum. When he got home, the taxi charged him 3,732 quid and 43 pence for the journey. Fuck's sake, screamed Henio. After the taxi drove off, he saw Patrick Stewart waiting by his house with his suitcase. The world needs you, said Patrick. In less than 24 hours, this whole planet will be shit. Unless we do something to stop it. I am making a league of heroes called the Super Speds, and I'd like you to be one of them. We will stop PSB 5000 once and for all, and solve the missing case of Magic Mirror. Can you join? Henio thought for a second and then asked, can I take a shit before we go? To be con, for fuck's sake again.